Hello everybody. We're waiting 1 second to
share it for the Israelis, and you can meanwhile share it as well. Okay, share in a group. In our group.
The producer told me to talk.
Because that's what everybody's doing when they're waiting.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, no, 1 second, Michael. I shared it in the group, and now I have to share it on your Israeli page.
Anyway, it's going to be very, very powerful and very important.
Hali is already
and it's going to be
with us. We are sharing it
very
on
tuning the
page.
thought.
I'm sharing it on my profile. Whoever wants to share it on their profile may do so. And you can start.
Okay. Like I said, few months ago, in October, November, December last year, that in January we're going to the new world. New world that we will deal with our soul. New world to know that we are creator and everything begins in us. New world to know that there is no outside reality. New world to be emotional love near our soulmate. New world, in Hebrew, benefit and spirit, it's one word, that the money will be reason of our joy, not our worried, and will teach us about now and fountain of youth. New world about feeling important. In Hebrew, to think and important, it's one world, one word, and maybe one world too. New world of really not want to be like others, not want to have what others have, even we don't have anything of our own, even not our own energy, but still, no jealousy, not want to be like others, not want, even our eyes will see always what's missing in us. We will not want to be like the mirrors we create. It will be more built in naturally, understanding that if I see something, it's the best time that I can create it in me. So competition and jealousy, it's going to disappear to the people that will learn to choose life. But to pass to the new world, and I said that it will be a new economy situation, new contract between every company, every person about money and how to use it. And also new contract about between me and the mirrors. That's the main issue. We create our own mirrors, and of course the mirrors I see no one sees, and what I choose to see in those mirrors, it's just what I choose to see. There is no connection between me and them. I use them just to try, and in Hebrew the word try comes from the word miracle. I just use them to try to meet myself. So this is going to be very big now in the new world. But to create physically, actually, the new world, we had to create this virus that we call Corona, crown, that changing the world totally. It creates every person to be isolated, first in fear, because if I tell you go fight a tiger, even if you were afraid, you will handle it in this way or that way. But the fear from the air, it's the most biggest fear from outside, that we use it to go inside of us and totally inside, not even flying to another countries, not even kiss family or soulmates or other people, not even touch, not even make love. We're going isolated. Either people do it physically or not, but it's all the subconscious collective. That's now the need to go in, to go in, to go in. In Hebrew, face, and what you have inside, it's the same word, panim panim. And even we put a mask on the face because we're not clear yet with the new face, because we need to change the inner buttons, the inner priorities, the inner thinking, the inner ability of the higher self exists in us. I'm screaming, really, man. It's amazing that it's all over the world. It's amazing that it paralyzes all the economy, all the stocks market, all the economy, all the gathering, all the shows, all the games, all the markets, everywhere. Why we create that? All the 40 reasons we create that, it's to allowing ourselves going in and to come out with the totally new, because the old inner what we have, the inner process what we have, the inner energy, the inner needs, totally change, and we have now a new need. And I know that we're going to change the economy and we're going to new world. I lecture about it. Go see in the other lectures. That's why even in my TV show every week I'm saying it. But I didn't know how. No one knew really about this virus, Corona. First of all, no one talks about it. But it begins from eating animal. So when this finish, we will understand what we have a different need of eating, different need of density. It's not to save the animal. Every person I merge the soul, I tell him, stop to eat meat and chicken. It's not to save the cows and the chickens. It's about density, because in Hebrew digestive system, it's all the 70 dimensions that we made of, and the spirit in the daytime sit in the digestive system. She sits inside and extract light from metabolism material to change the other material and send it to all the 70 dimensions that we made of. So we need a new digestive system, and all the health and all the sicknesses in the system connected to digestive system. So yes, it begins with eating animals in China. And it begins actually that your president, of course to the people that in America, Trump, know that he need to cut the depending in China. And here, again, is brilliant. So all the economy is going to be different, but people that will put awareness and go inside themselves in the right way, they will be for the first time balanced. in their money situation, in their joy situation, the way to spend the money, the way to allowing the principle of double, the way to pay and to be whole, like in Hebrew says. So we're going to, a lot of people after this movement, going to cut to eat density, people that will choose life.
Movement?
תהליך. Process. They will cut, they will less eat animal, less density. And more really, they will eat things that their spirit will be able to metabolize it and extract light and send it to all the different organs in the physical body and in the spirit. And we will sleep much better with rejuvenation. And like I said, it's the first time. And this lecture is not anti-virus corona, no. It's about how to go in the right way, to put awareness, to put stamp now in the inner process of all the subconscious collective. Either you do it physically or not. Billion people are now in the room with mask. Cannot touch their family, cannot touch their habits, cannot go into the world, walk, cannot go into games, cannot go into gathering, cannot go into fashion show, nothing. All over the world. Cannot gather together. Why we create such an extreme situation? Because it's the only situation that we can choose to try to move from 26,000 years of old needs to new needs. And to new needs, it's to remember myself, not to want to be like others. No one soul want to be like others. No one soul really jealous. Because every soul focuses in herself and the concept that she needs to be ambassador of. And we have chance now to allowing to be emotional ready near the soulmates, to feel blessed totally with the money, that it will stop to be worried and really be. This is why now it's a new sharing, kind of like we're taking all the money in the subconscious collective and we put it together and we will share it differently. And I said that 20 years ago, and I said that a few months ago, and I'm saying that now. It will be finally principle of joy, the concept money, and the thinking, and to remember my spirit, and to remember that everything begins in me, and to remember how to fix it. I teach for 40 years all the awareness in this lifetime. And people, when they create problem, they forget how to really fix that inside of them. They forget to reach the inner bottom in them, near every fear, near every fear, near every situation, near every friction, near every problem that they create. They forget to merge the part in them that begins. This is why we create this fan of 26,000 years to teach, to lead us to the buttons. And the buttons are inside. And now the need is inside to totally change the priorities. I'm healing cancer for 40 years, and the first reason for the cancer, it's priorities. The drawer's not in the right place. So we have to, and we cannot go inside with the mind. No way. No way. To go inside, it has to be totally awareness, totally trust the spirit, totally know it, that when I create something, it means I have a chance to fix it. Totally aware that it begins in me. And totally use the ingredients that I create around me to push it to myself. So there is a new situation going to be when we finish this process. First of all, a lot of people will choose not to be here and a lot of people will choose to be here. But when we finish this process, it will be very, very different space, freedom between me and the mirrors that I create.
Distance.
Distance, not physically. It will be freedom, space, that to the people I pay, to the people I make love, to the people I work with, to the families, to parents, to kids, it will be different. Finally, we'll be able to use these mirrors. And to use this mirror, it means what? It means to meet myself, to meet the part in me that created. Not in my mind, to understand why. No, we will never understand why. But we will know that it created in me, and it began in me, and I merge my spirit. And in Hebrew, lungs, that's now the problem. Lungs and ability to see, it's the same word. Re'ot, re'u, the same word. This is why the word panica, panic in English, come from the word pan, that he used to play music with a Khalil.
Flute. Flute.
Flute. So it's connected to lungs. And this way in Hebrew, when we say God see and God fear, it's the same word. The lungs symbolize the fear. So all the fear from the fear is going to be very, very different. Very, very different between me and me. We will be able much more to use the fear. And without going inside of us, there is no chance. Without create such a big fear that people are, instead, even in Israel, it's a small country, like 300,000-400,000 people a day in the airport. You see just 3-4 people. Not in Israel, everywhere, in Europe, soon in America. Why? Because everything is going to be, we need this big, big, big fear from outside to learn to trust our spirit and to change the doors inside. Without this, we will never, never, never be able to wipe all the other 26,000 years of being midget, of being victim, of letting the fear lead us in every section in our life. So we're going to remember ourselves, and when we finish with this process, the money will be different, the fountain of youth will be different, the emotional readiness soulmates will be different, the health will be different, the trust of the spirit will be different. And more we merge the button inside of us that begin in the awareness, more and more we will enjoy the new. And we will learn to enjoy the new because we don't know yet how to enjoy the new. We don't know yet how to be emotional ready, near soulmates. We don't know yet how to enjoy money and how to allowing the principle of double to pass through in us without anyone giving us. That's the highest secret in the world. Okay, I'm coming Tuesday morning to New York for a few days, and this is why I don't have time there to lecture. I'm doing that now, and if you have any questions, please, but really this lecture, try not to ask from your mind, because the mind is very, very, very going to be midget, and the spirit is going to be very, very, very big. This is why the eyes and the lungs. כן.
מיכל.
אין שם?
I just want to sharpen the idea that there's nothing outside, there's no outside reality, you said? So we created to see the virus outside, but we created from the inside because we have the need.
We created the crown to be king. In Hebrew, king, it's brain, heart, and kidneys. And the other way of the same letters, it's shame, kelem. We're going to stop to feel shame. And why deep in us we feel shame? We feel shame because we don't feel that we ambassador, that we cooperate, that we are in one line, one energy with our spirit. This is why we feel shame.
So now we have more opportunity to fix the shame in us and to be queens.
Not queens, king.
I'm a queen, not a king.
King. Even the female needs first to fix their male energy, and then the female energy will be fixed by itself.
Okay, so I don't know what I'm asking, but this is the first time that the subconscious collective creating something that is everywhere. It's not country-wise, and it's not wars, and it's not nature crisis.
Because it's a different air. In Hebrew, air, it's 10 dimension of light.
מה?
Avir,
אוויר, air.
because we're going to change the 10 dimension of light. We're going to change, like I said, the amazing space between me and the mirrors that I create. And that's big, 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 big. That's the source of everything.
You teaching us for many years to practice this distance, spiritual distance, to do that for that separation. Even if you're very, very close physically to somebody, you're supposed to practice.
Even in sex, when someone inside of you, you have to remember yourself, and it's even physically, it's inside of you. You have to remember yourself, your energy, your spirit, and anyway, all your orgasm or the inner process will be if you tension, charging, releasing, and relaxing. It's connected just between you and you. Even when you pay, you have to put separate that you don't pay to the other. You become whole, and you pay in yourself, and you're just changing priorities and make the metabolism work. The only source in the world that exists is metabolism. In everywhere. That's the seasons in the year, the weather, that's the sleep, that's the money, that's the food system, digestive system, the ability of the eyes, the fear, everything, it's metabolism. And we need to extract light from all these movements and process. And just the spirit knows how to extract light from all the process. And again, I don't want to, I guide the line, but I don't want to, like before 1 month, I knew that we are in a new world, but we didn't know how we're going to create a new world. And now I know that about what we want to create. Of course, there is no future. We're not sure that we will create it. It can be destroy the world. It can be not. But people that will put awareness, they will sign a new contract with themselves. And I don't know what's going to be. I know to lead. This is why the first reason I'm doing this lecture, to lead you now. Dance to the in. Be happy that you are in. Embrace. Embrace that you are in. Learn to be in. Talk to your spirit, not by asking your spirit
What's up?
what's up, or to do something, or to get rid of something. Then you don't know what's that spirit. Merge your spirit, merge your awareness, do the work, get sessions, get treatments, get guiding, especially what to do, how to allow in, to be happy in the in. Because if you go in, the expanding out will be naturally, you don't even need to think about it. This is why in Hebrew, to expand and to be yourself and independent and to be and to be yourself. All these 4 things come from the word bone. Go inside your bone to the bone marrow, and then you will go out. So your job now is to go in. You create now all the mirrors and all the fears. It's always happening, but now to go in and to put awareness and to merge the buttons inside of you, because we are in the biggest junction of the new world, so it needs a new buttons. So I'm going to guide you to go in to the buttons, to you, to the contract with yourself, to accept the contract, to forgive yourself about all the time that you didn't forgive yourself, to use every mirror that you create that leads you in, and to merge the buttons inside of you that begins this situation and create this situation. And it will teach you very fast that nothing happening outside, nothing begins outside. Because we always think, oh, he fight with us, he told us, he cursed us, he didn't pay us, he didn't love us, he, them, whatever. Even as a cosmic joke, it's not funny anymore. Nothing begins outside. There is no outside reality. Nothing begins outside. Everything begins in us to try to change the wire, to change the way I see things, to try to add more light to the soul. This is how we're going forward with the soul and the purified and lifetime and everything.
Michael, I just want to finish the question. I was asking about the separation that you teach us, because now we actually created a need to be separated from other people because of this virus, physically.
Yeah, like I said, no gathering in most of the world, no gathering anymore, no flying to other countries. That's a recommendation from all the governments. No.
Yeah, but I was asking about the spiritual part of it. So it means that maybe we need to sharpen the separation.
It means we need to go inside of us to be inside of us. Because now, until now, I will say like that. Even if you've been my student and you will learn for 40 years to go in, you will go in, but you will pick outside.
Pick.
That's it. Now, no, we will go in from trust. And that's the reason. Also, all the materials going to be different. Our physical body, the money that is the last name of all the material. And people, for the first time I can promise, people that will go in now in the right way, they will feel blessed with money, because all what we call the last name of material money is going to be very, very kind of like different share now. And then we will understand why in Hebrew spirit and benefit it's one word. And to pay is to be whole.
Harley asked, if we are all separated, then how do we create something like a pandemic at the same time? כאילו, נראה לי שזה הכוונה למחלה, epidemic או משהו כזה. Together for the same needs at the same
because
time.
we serve in now one need. The one need is to move. First of all, the need is to drink water.
מה? pandemic זה מגפה.
Okay. Hey, Holly Weiss. So listen, dear. Now we have one need. All of us, all the souls. To move from one world to new world. From one old contract to new contract. From old need to new need. From old function to new function. From old physical body to new physical body. From old awareness to new awareness. So that's the need. And then everyone in the subconscious collective project his need. Like you project in screen. And then everybody project their need, and we create it. If you ask me before 2 months, how are we going to move to the new world, I will tell you, I don't know. But
You
for
did say
sure.
you don't know. You did say, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's in the lecture. I don't know, but now we create the fear from the outside to go inside. All the people doing the kind of like the same mistake, they want to expand outside, they want to go outside. They want people to see them, to make them like in the Facebook, to be outside.
Mm-hmm. It's exactly an outside period.
We're going now, we are now in the first process of it. It can be, let's talk now it can be very, very, very difficult for the world that we know the world. But I'm telling you one thing. It can be for the first time, it's guarantee that if you're a high soul and you agree to learn about the new, you just agree to learn about the new, and you put the spirit as the first priority and money in the second, not money in the first, then and you will fix your tendency to want other people to love you and you to love others, and you will learn to love what you create. If you're going by these 3 principles, I'm sure every day you will stay with the beer that named Corona and say L'chaim, oh,
Cheers.
and cheers and be happy with the life. Because for the first time, it's our time. Our time, it means the soul that try to wake up, that try to learn about these universe laws, that try to think about their spirit, that try to learn how to enjoy this world. Those people now going to get their diploma and their amazing feedback. Not from anyone, they will allow it.
I'm not sure. She asked a question and then she says that she got it. So I'm gonna say the question. You see if you have anything to add. You say we have a need, but also, but we also say we are all separated and there's no one else.
Yeah.
So you say we have a need, but at the same
I
time
say
you
we
say we're all
because,
separated.
like I said,
One of us.
each one
And his own reason.
his own spiral
Oops.
is projecting his own screen, and each soul has a need to move to the new, to try to move to the new, because the soul cannot do the work. The soul can just bring the issue and see if I'm really putting awareness or change everything. So yes, I have a need, you have a need, they have the need, everybody has a need to change. It means everybody project to the subconscious collective that material change, because like China was the kingdom of the material.
The cheap material.
The base. No, not
no,
only
no.
the cheap. Everything, iPhones, everything.
Everything made on
Old-fashioned,
China.
even
Just
high-fashion.
babies that get birth, coming out from the womb, don't have the stamp made in China. Everything made in China. But China, it's as a symbol, is the kingdom of the material. And now we paralyze China, and it's going to change all over the world, and people will have a new needs, but again, it's not for everybody.
The revolution, the change.
The revolution, yes, everybody has the need. Not everybody will allow it, for
Yeah.
sure. This is why we have to listen now to our spirit, be less dense in the food. It's not amazing, just symbolic, that someone eat in China, in a market, some animals,
The whole world is
and
now.
all the world is paralyzing. It's not amazing just to think about it. It's unbelievable. In some stupid market in China, people eating mixed animals. So we're going to think about it later, because no one even mentioned that in the news, that everything begins.
That there should be a change
There are
in this
billions
dimension.
of billions
There
of
is already
billions
change
of
in
money.
China. There is a change with animals. They changed the rules about nature animals. They're starting to change rules about animals in China.
China just symbolic. I'm talking about symbolic. We change in the need. This is why it will change there. Anyway, the food is going to be different. The material is going to be different. The money is going to be different. That's for sure, to everybody. The big question, how you allowing yourself to go in, which kind of awareness you're going in. And then if you go in with happiness and understand, each person of you and me need to understand that the virus corona begins in him, in his need. We created to try to go in.
My gosh. Yaakov asked a question.
Hey Yaakov,
Hi. He asked Michael, what would you recommend us as a priority personal practices to act from the Spirit during the following weeks. He said he's asking for best ways to support and increase lighter frequency. He says that he's asking for best ways to do that, and he says that over the last days I feel as if my behavior patterns and reactions are getting more and more outdated, not in fit with my body and reality.
outdated? מה זה אומר?
כי ההרגלים שלו הם ישנים, outdated, כאילו הם לא מעודכנים. הוא מרגיש, הוא שואל איזה הרגלים חדשים לשבועות הקרובים. איך שהוא התנהג עד עכשיו זה לא מתאים.
In Hebrew, legs and habits are same word. Always says the joke that when God saw Moses, he told him, take your shoes out of your habits.
Take your habits out of your...
של נעליך, של נעליך מעל הרגליך.
Take your shoes off your habits.
Okay.
Change your habits.
First of all, you're talking about a few weeks. It's really big because every 4 seconds now everything changed, and we are now in the biggest transformation and revolution ever. But the only habit that I will go now and develop it with happiness, it's to go in and not to understand. Because we cannot allow in the biggest revolution, the biggest transformation, to feel blessed, to feel amazing, to feel with one line with my spirit without this. We need to merge the spirit in. We have a higher self in. It's a collection of 26,000 years of saving, all the lessons of light. People that will still waiting for outside God, let them wait, but give them first Corona beer. There is no outside forces anymore in our need. So try not to think a lot with your mind. Try to, like I said, be more whole with the in. It's okay to be in. It's okay not to go now to habits, to whatever. It's okay not to be together with another group. It's okay, it's the need now. It's okay. The need lead us to merge our spirit, our higher self. That's the need. That's the real need. So be happy with that. Enjoy it. Accept it. Accept the part in you that create this need. That's what I do. We need to do it to everything. Because like I said, all this fact of 26,000 years lead us now to the right buttons. How we go inside? By using the mirrors, by using the ingredients, what we create in the daytime. Even the dreams now are so deep. And like TV channels, every few minutes different movie. And trying to fix the past. The thought on the thought. The thought on the memory. So I cannot give you instruction what to do, but yes, accept the in, develop the in, develop the part in you that create the in, be happy with the in, and then slowly, without you even pay attention, slide out.
Expand.
Achlik, yachlik.
What do you mean? החליק
I will go out in the right way, in a joy way.
smooth.
Smooth.
The going out will be smooth and
Yeah,
without
but
any effort.
But
Effortless?
it's about time, like he always says, people that in Hebrew to success coming from the world to reach the other side. Hatzlacha.
Mm-hmm.
No. In Hebrew, all what you fantasy and all what you dream of, it's to breathe in. It's existing in.
שאיפה.
So, yes, we are now with a new need, and I hope I answered you, but even not, if not, just get the main things and be happy with the in, and you will see, and you will feel, and you will fix the midget victim. In Hebrew, the word victim comes from the word fight and closer to someone.
Family relation. And
With who we fight, with the closer, with nations, they fight with their neighbors, in the family. It means we are victim and fight with the closer mirrors that we create. We're going to fix that. We're going to find out, like I said, it's important to think it's important in Hebrew. So we're going to find out how our spirit is big. How we will find that? But someone tell us? No way. We will find out, but going in and see how this world is magical. When we call this world magical, when we're really allowing things and we're allowing to happen. That's magical. When we have a tendency to get old and we create fountain of youth. When we have a tendency to fear to lose and we will remember myself. Remember yourself. Remember your spirit. That's the biggest advice I can give you now.
Michael, Hali wrote, wow, the virus begins in each of us, so clear about what you said before. And Donna Lazito is listening. She said, you spoke about the animals, and so she said, it shows how much the animals are helping us allow. It's not
Lazito, wake up, Lazito. No one helps you and you're not affected by others, and you not affect others, and everything is a need, and we need to stop to eat, dance. When I say dance, what I mean? Because even some people that I merge eat fish and this and that, it's also density, but not like chicken and beef. We're going to listen to our spirit need in all the dimension. What worth it if I eat something that just make my spirit go out from the body, and I cannot extract light and it close my system. Even I enjoy it in my mouth because some memories, but my rectum didn't enjoy it, didn't balance me. All the physical body didn't get energy because the spirit didn't extract and metabolism all the food to 70 dimension that I made of. This is why in Hebrew, between light and skin are 70 dimensions that we made of. So we're going finally to reach our real needs. And find out who we are, what's happening, how to be emotionally ready near the soulmate, how not to love others, how not to blame others, how not to expect from others, how not to hate others, how not to save others. Even me as the healer, that I heal 500 people a day, I'm not healing others, I'm saving myself near them and they get healed. It's a paradox, but that's, if I forget myself, nothing will happen outside. And not anymore to forget your soul. No way. In all the dimension, even when you enjoy, take the part in you and merge the part in you that begin this joy. Even physically, someone else kind of like come and touch you or give you something or whatever, and you enjoy it. Take the part in you. And you will allow in that to double. The freedom near this person and the light that will pass through you. And the power that it will give you. This is why in Hebrew, hand in hand are power.
I have a question from Alison Snyder, practical question.
Of course, Alison, you will ask practical question. What do you will ask? Spirit?
No,
but
everything
there
is
is no
spirit.
really practical. Everything is
Everything is
practical.
spirit. It's also spirit. She says, if we believe in the change and transformation and the new need, can we still walk outside and deny the fear, or should we not walk in the world, not take flights, submit to this idea of not going out, and stay only inside ourselves?
What you do doesn't count. Like in this Monday, I even paid $600 more to change my flight and to be in the election and to choose Bibi Netanyahu. What you do doesn't count. Or if you will say, I don't care. Even I merge, I go outside, I kiss everybody, or I stand in a Times Square and gives free hugs. You know, there are people that give free hugs. Listen, don't deny, but go inside of you and see your need. And like I said to Yaakov, don't decide few days. Be now. Feel what's happening now. Like in this Monday, I'm going to the airplane with a mask. First of all, I'm going in. But why put the mask? Because in the airplane, anyway, without this virus,
It's a mess.
it's a vacuum. So again, it doesn't matter if you go in and out physically, because what you do the physics doesn't count. It's from where you're doing, from which intention, from which awareness, from which acceptance. That's what counts. So don't decide. Sometimes, yes, go. Like I did this week, a big lecture in my house, and a lot of people came. And tomorrow I'm going to a soccer game with my kids with 20,000 people.
Yeah.
I think, I plan, I don't know if I go, but again, I'm in now. It's not the fear that leads me if I will create, if someone, because we don't, איך אומרים מדבק?
Contaminate, I think?
Google it.
Contaminate, נראה לי.
Okay?
רגע.
We not contaminate, if it's the right word, from by accident. We choose. We choose to be isolated. And like I said now, even like in Europe and in China and in Israel, a lot of people isolated. Everything cancelled, even in America, but again, but it's not, that's not the question. It's not if to be in the room or not. We are now, the need is to be in. Either you physically in, you go into the room, or you put a mask. It's so symbolic, the mask. Wow, 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 wow. It's so symbolic that we don't have yet the new face to come out.
So
זה לא contaminate, זה אולי contagious או attack או contaminate זה לזהם, אז...
So you're not going to go to Chinatown to eat noodles this time?
Not in Chinatown. You can
Anyway,
eat this
Chinatown
other-
is just
other
a
ways.
group of cheaters. I never go in Chinatown to eat. If I go, it's to buy there some stuff.
Okay.
אתה רוצה לשאול?
כן.
אוקיי, אוקיי, טוב. יש שאלות.
Yeah, but China, why me that fly every 2 weeks or 3 weeks all over the world for so many years, didn't go to China yet?
Because
Because
they're
the vegan.
vegan food.
Because no vegan. Because they cheat even.
They
when-
cheat.
They
They
cheat
tell you-
the energy.
Yes.
The energy.
About
the-
the food.
Chinese and-
About food.
about food. They tell you, yes, it's vegan and it's not. Yeah, it's like, and so we create something big. And again, I know most of you in America hate Trump. And they still put their mind, he's a cheater, he's this. Like in Israel, they hate Bibi. But I'm telling you, he's brilliant and he's serving the subconscious collective in the best way that we can choose. We choose it. So merge the party in you, all the people that really hate what they choose, merge the party in you that create Trump. And you'll be able more to be whole and to create America again as a capital of material.
יש לי עוד שאלות.
כן, בטח. זה שלהם.
כן. אוקיי. Ali asked what happens to the spirit of all the people who do not change awareness.
Holly, in Israel, the people that responsible on other people, we call it histadrut. I don't know. They will, you know what's that to come to the new world with the old engine, with the old need, with the old awareness, with the old tools.
Yes, but you did talk about the 18% in the past and the neshamot there.
Yeah, but you have chance now, Holly. To allow in the new. Food, religious, and merge your big spirit. We were not afraid. That's another thing. All of us really used to be afraid to feel our big spirit, to merge our big spirit, to function with the big spirit, to remember our big spirit, because we have a midget victim contract. Not anymore. We're going to learn for this isolation to merge to the big spirit, to love the idea that I'm big spirit, to take the tendency and put here a note, I will be back soon, there is someone more important. No one, no kids, no parents, no lovers, no soulmates, no one bigger than me in my eyes. No one important than me in my eyes. Worried, just a thought that's stuck in the doors and bring wrinkles. There are no worried for others. Okay.
Amy has a question.
Amy, finally.
She has one question so far. She's asking, how does Michael recommend we address our own arising fears, reaffirm our role in the creation we are seeing? Is there any more?
I love Amy so much, I never understand her. It's not about you, it's about me and the English. Maybe you can
לאשש
translate.
מחדש, כאילו היא אומרת, okay, let me try.
You the ambassador of translation.
איך להתמודד עם איך להתייחס לפחד שעולה. היא שואלת האם שוב לאשש מחדש את התפקיד שלנו ביצירה של מה שאנחנו רואים, או האם יש עוד משהו לעשות עם הפחד שעולה.
Yes, when the fear is coming to be affected by out, that the out will attack me, the out will attack me in the airplane, the out will attack me in this, whatever, use it, merge the place inside of you that begins this virus, merge the place inside of you that agree to learn about the new world, merge the place inside of you of understand that the need now is to go in and not to go out, because to go out we are light, remember, and light has one תכונה, איך אומרים תכונה? נו, אתה יושב עם המתורגמת.
קשה לו, מבלבל. תכונה.
Quality, character.
Okay, the light has one character, one quality. It's להאיר, איך אומרים? To show light.
To spread light.
Spread light. So go in and you will spread light. It will be naturally, but go in. Use all the mirrors and all the fears, and fears from the air. That's the biggest fear. We are in Israel even add sometimes more than that, fear for missiles. So missiles and virus, and what else to go in? And why in Israel we create double fear? Because everything has to begin, and I said it last lecture in English, everything has to begin in Israel. Why? Because Israel is the head.
But this time it's beginning in China, not here.
This time this didn't begin here, this revolution.
Yeah, but even in your
Maybe
body, sometimes the pain begin in your stomach or in your leg.
Yeah. Spiritually it began here, but even though physically it began somewhere
Everything
else.
begins here.
Okay. Amy said that she's sorry for the English, and we understood her. She wanted to know how to deal with her fear. But then she wrote, she gets more scared about the money, but perhaps maybe it's the same answer?
Yes. For the first time, Amy, you will learn to enjoy the concept money. You will learn that when you pay, you not lose, you allow in double. You will learn how to allow in all the material, the house, the car, the food, the dressing, everything, how to serve you, how nothing is yours, how the money is just a principle of spiral of blessing that passing through you and bring you fountain of youth. But from Michael's words, no one get benefit. It has to be your own process. And we need to learn that and to practice. To metabolism. Money is the last name of all the material. And the first material is your physical body. And 20 years ago I said people that doesn't understand money will never allow in fountain of youth. And we now, we create actually as a government, as a subconscious collective, it's not a coincidence that we create some sickness that we don't have the medicine for it.
Yet.
Okay.
The minute we will want to get rid of it and we'll find medicine, and
Creating
and
something
then
else.
the need
They're
will
already
be,
creating
and
it
the need,
soon
ah,
in Israel.
and the need will be to go in, we'll create something else, don't worry.
Michael, Alison wrote that her question wasn't a practical one, it was all spirit, and and she says, so can we remind ourselves every day, or just
Every day?
or just
Every
now
4 seconds.
we know we are all, or just
Every
now?
time I create something, thought, mirror, view, person,
Yeah.
fear, family, people that I work with, sour face from the kids, whatever. I will go inside of me and merge the place that begins that.
So not every time.
Enough to be paralyzed near the mirrors that we create. What it means? This word is Olam of Tikkun, the word of Tikkun. And we create mirrors to show us, to guide us, and we don't use it in the right way, and we don't go forward. So this is why we had to create now a big virus, Corona, crown. Crown is the place, is the chakra that get the faucet of the idea, give drops. Jewish people put spiral here.
Michael, Hali said, it's not really a question, but she writes that you say that Trump is a genius, and yet,
Yes!
and yet she wrote, he actually says there is no virus problem in the United States, and that the virus is fake, created by his opponents to defeat him. I didn't hear that.
I hear something else from it. There are a lot of fake news, but anyway,
Yeah.
Holly, I'm not convinced you to love Trump. I want you to love yourself and to love the part in you that create Trump. I don't care about Trump. I just know he's a cheater, he's a genius, he's a leader, and we choose him. You, me, all
But
the
maybe
people
it's
that
part
hear
of the
hearing.
old, Michael. Maybe it's part of the old that we still need to change something in this concept. Maybe it's part of the old because there is a lot of things from the old that we still exist now. Still.
No, we have to bring them in Hebrew to change it, to repeat it's one word. We have to, if every time you have a chance to change, you repeat it. Anyway, Trump has a big problem that China holding everything.
We all
And-
have this big problem, not Trump.
And look who's the first one that even talked about it.
Yeah, not to be 100 dependent on China. Michael, can we talk?
Someone asked me this week if to go to the post office and to get his package from China.
Should he do that?
Shall I check in the spirit? I didn't check if the package has the virus or not, but I said no, don't go. I said why? I said because you will get it and you will have all the fear from it, and you're afraid from it, and you will deal with that. And
It will bother you.
yes.
So the fear is bigger than.
We need now not to deal with the out. We need to learn how to deal with the out. We're going to create the soulmates. We're going to create a new kind of money. Amy, a new kind of money, and you, I cannot tell you that because there is no future, but just enjoy the in, and you're not just in the safe place, okay, you will survive. No. You will feel rich. In Hebrew, rich, it's 10 dimension of 10. It's balance between what you want and what you allow in.
it's also 70 dimensional song.
Sure. I have a question from Hali. She asked if you can speak about the 100 of centers around the body. She's asking, are all these points affected automatically, or do we put awareness to particular points that feel closed?
I didn't
היא
understand.
שואלת אם המרכזים שמסביב לגוף, אם אנחנו צריכים לשים מודעות ספציפית
Not
למקומות,
600.
hundreds.
מאוד.
Okay,
מאות
yes.
מרכזים. האם כל הנקודות משפיעות אוטומטית, או שאנחנו צריכים לשים מודעות לנקודות מסוימות שמרגישות לנו סגורות?
No way. No Holly. No
You don't
tricks
have to know.
anymore. Again, what makes the centers, the 600 centers around me, that I'm the total physically of these 600, what makes them work? The tissue cells under the skin, the inside.
The awareness.
The awareness to remember them, to stimulate them, to make them walk, to wear clothing that the horizontal and vertical are opening, the net. Again, in. Just get the idea that all the world going with mask because the face is not clear, is not yet the new.
The in is not clear.
And the face in Hebrew, like I said before, the face and the in. The skin even in the face is not clear yet. I'm telling you something to all of you and to myself. It's the best time for us. The best. In all the dimension. Money, youth, health, new, emotional, ready, understand the world, be the souls that heal, be the souls that the main souls, the best time. But again, we have to follow the spirit instruction that we create. And now it's to go in, to be in, to allow in the new priorities, to allow in the new drawers, the awareness to use every mirror that I create to go in.
Michael, you were talking about the jealousy, that it's changing as well, that we're not going to be creating to feel jealousy because we're going to be more aware.
Yeah, much more. Of course, it's not in one day, but anyway, we're not really jealous. We just express our frustration why we create. Of course, the eyes, what sees? The eye sees what's missing in us, always. And we create people that have changed from what missing in us. They have even more than what they need for what missing in us. So the feeling is that everybody has everything and me nothing. And I want kind of like to be like others, kind of like to have what others have, to allow in different age, different kind of money, different health, different shape, different sound, different sex, different needs, different family, to have kids, not to have kids, all the blah blah. Now more and more, and of course not in one day, because the build-in is changing, because we merge in our real higher self. And I'm screaming because I don't know how to get excited yet.
Don't eat ice cream.
So, because we have these needs, less and less we will wish and want that what missing in us will come from out. less and less. את גם עושה בתרגום?
רגע.
נראה לי רק כבר התחלת להבין אנגלית.
יותר טוב.
עוד שתי הרצאות,
האנגלית שלך טובה שלך.
להפך.
מה?
שאלה יותר קשה לי.
Michael, Alison said about something you said before. Thank you. I'm actually feeling this in my chest and stomach. Maybe this is what you mean in total.
Yeah, I said last time, and I said it in Hebrew a lot of time. Most of the beginning of the point of the buttons that change all the fan from the biggest black hole to the biggest spiral are in the chest. The chest is the block between the awareness and me, and my spirit, and my belly.
So the thyroid is part of the chest?
The
Yeah.
בלוטת התריס. מיכאל,
רגע, יש
לא,
עוד
לא,
שאלה?
לא, היא יכולה לשאול.
what did I write here? You're talking about that everything will be different and...
It's already different.
Yes, רגע, let me finish.
No, so don't be. It's already now different.
Yes, but you're talking...
The money, the economy, the physical body, the need, the people stop to kiss.
Yes.
People stop to make love.
They
People
don't-
stop to hug.
they don't
People
make
stop
friends.
to even they go in the elevator, they whatever. Not you.
They're suspicious.
I'm not talking about the virus future. I'm talking about in general, the new world will be different than what we're creating now, and it's gonna be built
But even
naturally.
with what you say, there is no future.
רגע, let me finish the
It
question.
might be will not succeed.
That's what I'm asking. So you said it's automatically going to be, naturally it's going to be different. And I'm saying again, and this is not the first time we're talking about it, that we need to practice awareness. Otherwise, it could be the opposite.
Of course. Of course. Everything is about the way we think and the way we use. Because everything here in this world is accurate, wise, and spiritual. Everything. Even this virus, even a war, even people when they choose to die, everything is wise and accurate. And everything is spiritual. Then if we know or we don't know, everything is a spiritual process. And I know one thing, even there is no future, there are 40 kind of options. People that now will be happy with the in, and when they merge the part in them that create this fear, that we call Corona, merge the part in you,
Go to the core.
Nice, thanks. Corn.
Corona.
Michael, I have a last question.
Of course you have a lot of questions.
No,
Last,
I said
she
last
said last.
question,
Last. Don't even say that.
but not least. Anyway,
Wine,
about
Maria,
the eating
Batavia.
animals, you said it's not about saving the animals, but the animals from their side created not to be eaten, and that to create change from their side also.
Yeah, because it's a question of to be a main soul, and a lot of animals is going to add themselves. Like now, someone die, he add themselves to another person. Also, the animal
Add
is
themselves?
going to be different order in the animal. Yeah,
And
different needs.
so it could be that if there are going to be a lot of people dying now, so we're going to add part of our spirit because there's a lot
Die, it can be dying one day, it can be die slowly. A lot of people now dying slowly
but the spirit is in the process of
because
living.
in their spirit, in the process of leaving them, it's too dense. They're not allowing the new. They're not using what they create. They create junction, and they don't use it. So they die slowly, or each one has his own rhythm.
Mhm.
Okay.
And if you have now a tendency to worry about the family around you, merge the part in you and breathe and remember yourself. Okay, so let's total the lecture. Now the need is to go in. Of course, each one of you that wants some help to fix the in, to fix the new priority, to create a new soup inside, can call me. I will be in New York from Tuesday till Sunday night. And remember to go in and remember to merge the part in you that begins this virus. And don't plan ahead a lot. Don't. Try to be in now and see what's your real need and what's your real action and what's the real awareness. Remember your spirit and take your higher self everywhere. I'm going to take my higher self tomorrow to the soccer game and curse the other team with happiness. And remember, every time the fear will come from health, money, youth, age, merge the part in you that begins this revolution, and you will see big miracle every minute, not every day.
Michael, I have another question.
The last one.
Okay, I don't know if it's a good one, but I'm going to ask it anyway. When you did this tuning in Hebrew to the Israeli people to kind of to be more aware near the fears of the outside corona,
To be able to use this corona.
This tuning is in Hebrew, but it's also something that I don't really understand because it's a spirit language. So the question is, how come the people who doesn't understand Hebrew, they understand maybe English, how come they can't use this tuning? Because it's the spiritual understanding. They don't need to understand the words. The spirit understands it. So how come you don't offer this to them?
I don't offer this to them because even when I heal them physically, energetically, the codes are in Hebrew. Because I heal the soul.
That's what I'm asking.
Okay, soul, it's a language of soul, it's a language of the Hebrew, it's a language of the soul, of the spirit. Every spirit in the world, even if she's whatever, Chinese, whatever, the lowest even spirit, she understands Hebrew. Why I'm not offer them? Because still there are some dimensions that it need to pass the mind to the spirit.
But if I fall asleep a minute, I'm starting to hear you, and you told me my spirit hear it, and that's enough.
But
Why
you started from the dimension that you understood. You started from understanding.
I just hear his voice and
the
I fall
word.
asleep. Because you asked the question, I'm willing to do experiment. To send them the codes in Hebrew. It's 18 minutes. It's connected to this junction that I did now and sell it to a lot of people in Hebrew. And it's personal. And I'm ready to send you that for free.
And what's the experiment?
And
to see if they
to see if it stuck to them or it works, and we can check later.
Okay, so do it.
Because when I do codes in Hebrew, it works.
That's what
on
I'm
them.
saying. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
but
It's a spirit language anyway.
so yes. Anyway, part of my my people in learn
Holly
Kabbalah.
wants you to try her. She knows a little bit Hebrew, and Addison says, okay, she's willing to be in this.
Yeah, I think that's
Experiment.
Anyway, I will send it to
experiment
everybody.
on you.
I will send it to all the people that in the
Thank
list
you.
for free. Not because I'm generous, because to do some experiment in the new.
Yeah.
And if you hear it, call me, and I will check before and after, like in the newspaper, before and after.
Michael, it could be even stronger because they don't understand and they don't
don't
put
put the
mind,
mind.
so they just hear the language level.
It
Amy
can
also
be and
says
it can
thank
be.
you.
It can be and it can be.
Can
I don't
be.
know. You brought something and I'm going for it, for the experiment, because I'm a healer science. I love to check things and to see and anyway, and to see how their soul dancing in this tuning. I heard that last night twice, and after 1 minute I fall asleep,
Yeah,
and then I woke up in the middle and I said, "Why are you sleeping? Stay awake." And after 30 seconds I fall asleep, and then in the end, it's because it's so powerful, and it's tuning the money, and it's tuning the spirit, and it's tuning the need. It's the new need. But let's say,
Okay.
Harry says we are mighty. We are mighty.
מה זה mighty?
mighty זה כמו מלכים או משהו כזה.
mighty.
הוא
mighty.
אומר אדירים.
אדירים, okay, mighty, yeah. And Amy says thank you.
Okay, so
Bye.
Bye everyone.
bye then.